Okay. Damn, what the fuck? Good morning, you guys. So, I'm going to be doing a collective reading. This is always the Sunday readings. I'm gonna start to make names for these titles. But on Sundays, I definitely read an excerpt from something that's very similar to the Bible, The Measure of a Woman, and give you my correlation to that. And then I tap into the Demonology deck as well, because as above, so below. And it always correlates to each other. And then let you guys know furthermore within the card deck. Okay, so it is 6:47 a.m. I went to sleep around 5-ish, 6-ish, because I thought I had to go to work. But I called them like 10 times and no one didn't answer, and I didn't really know what my hours were, so I couldn't go to work, which is why I went to sleep early. I know you're like, damn, what the fuck, like why you went to sleep that early. That's because of that. I was tired as fuck. In fact, I'm still tired. It's just that I can't go to sleep because I went to sleep around that same time. And if I go to sleep around the same time, then I'm going to wake up around the same time. Anyway, it's just how it is. So let's pull from The Measure of a Woman. I already asked my my spirit guides what excerpt we're going to be doing today. So I feel as though this is more about communication. Let's see. The next Sunday I am going to be talking about it's like all about communication here. Like it's just the way that people speak, the way that people talk. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. This chapter is about being peacemakers. So I'm just gonna put write down being peacemakers part 1, and then next Sunday I'm gonna do the other part to it. So yeah. So this excerpt is called Being Peacemakers part 1. And I'm sorry if you're probably gonna have to turn this video up. I'm speaking low because it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, I'm not gonna be making a lot of noise. There are other people in the house, so I'm not gonna be making a lot of noise here. But you know how I am. I always end up making some type of fucking noise. It's just how it is. Okay, so let's get started. So this excerpt is about the way that we talk. The way we talk. So it says, Paul used, also the reason why I'm doing it this early as well is because I do watch church, and I definitely want to get my church on after this video, or whenever it's 8 o'clock. So I definitely want to get this out of the way. So yeah, let's just begin. The way we talk. Paul used a very strong word in outlining the spiritual qualifications, not to be slanderers. In fact, in the New Testament, the Greek word that is translated as slanderers, diabolos, is also translated as Satan or devil. This is understandable since Satan has been a slanderer and false accuser ever since he fell from his place of glory and honor in heaven. This is why Jesus stated that there is no truth in him, because Satan was he was known for being a liar. The devil ain't nothing but a liar. You see what I'm saying? And that he is a liar and the father of lies. Exactly. See? In choosing Euodia, Euodia, and syntheche to illustrate the importance of this quality. We are in no way suggesting that this kind of extreme behavior. However, the facts are that Satan can use even minor tension between Christians, particularly between those of us who are in leadership roles, as an opportunity to escalate the problem into a serious split among the members of the larger body. If Satan can achieve this goal, he is thwarting what Jesus prayed for before going to the cross. Okay, aka going against what Jesus wanted. Okay. My prayer is not, okay, so this is what Jesus prayed for, right? This is John 17:20-21. Okay, so it says, my prayer is not for them alone, the 11 disciples. I prayed also for those who will believe in me through their message, all believers of all time, that all of them may be one. Father, just as you are in me, I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. Okay. AKA, everyone has a piece of good in them, and everyone has a piece of bad in them. Everyone has a piece of truth in them, and everyone has a piece of lies in them. So you have part God and you have part devil in you, because at any given point, a good person can turn evil. At any given point, a bad person can turn good. Which is why the Most High place a piece of him in every single last one of us, a drop of his blood, as they all will say it in Christian term. And then the devil places a piece of him in us as well. Because the Most High is the ruler of the heavens and the devil is the ruler of hells. So, yeah, let's continue reading now. The key to mature communication. And it's crazy because I keep trying to explain the same excerpt to people, which is funny how I'm reading this excerpt. This is the same thing that I keep trying to explain to people, and people swear that I'm just like fucking lying about it. Like, how can there be a piece of the devil in me? Well, there's a lot of good people in this world. There's a lot of pastors in this world as well, and they end up being bad, or they end up having a bad past, or they end up turning bad and doing bad things, even in the Christ, even in the church of Christ. But yet people don't want to take accountability of that, or people don't want to hear that truth. But it's the truth and not a lie. People are bad and then they end up turning good, and people just don't understand because they don't want to be bad anymore. Or people want to be good, or they live a good life and then they end up turning bad. It's because that's what they wanted to do. But people don't want to acknowledge that truth there. It just goes right past their head. And it's like, how do you not understand? This is all common sense here. If you lived a good life and you decide out of nowhere that you want to be bad, you can't just skip over that and pretend like you didn't be bad for that split second, because you made that action to be bad. And if you were bad and you decide to do one good thing, how are we going to skip over that good thing? You made an action for that particular day or that particular time that you wanted to be good, and you became good. Even if you went back to bad ways, even if you went back to good ways, you still at some point made an action that was different from the rest. Anyway, the key to mature communication. James, the half-brother of Christ and the primary pastoral leader in the Church of Jerusalem, spoke more specifically and dramatically about the tongue and its potential for evil than did any other New Testament writer. which is crazy because the tongue is very powerful. So whatever you speak can manifest into the physical form, which is why you need to make sure that you're not speaking down upon yourself or down upon anyone else, because words can cast spells. Consider his words. We all stumble in many ways. If anyone is never at fault in what he says, he is a perfect or mature man or woman, able to keep his whole body in check. As stated in the previous chapter, there is only one person who lived a perfect life, the God-man, Jesus Christ himself. However, although nobody can ever reach perfection in this life, Jesus Christ is to be our example. How we communicate verbally serves as a precise measurement for determining our Christian maturity. If we can control our tongue, we can usually control every other part of our personality. This is a very important message, you guys. Very important. James used 3 graphic illustrations to make his point. We can control a horse, a large animal, by placing a tiny bit in his mouth. We can also direct the course of a large ship in all kinds of weathers with a very small rudder. And we can set a whole forest on fire with a little spark. This third illustration is the most dramatic and scary. We've all seen the devastating impact of forest fires, aka the California wildfires, often stated by some burning embers left by a friendly camper. That's so crazy how it just makes so much sense now, because that's literally how it happened. A small little party just made a whole big impact. Anyway, wasn't that like a gender reveal party too? Anyway, the tongue too is a little smothering coals. Damn, my throat today is just not it. The tongue too is like smothering coals, sorry. Though it is one of the smallest members of the body, it can become a world of evil among the parts of the body. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're speaking right now. It corrupts the whole person. You're right. Just as a small spark can set a whole forest on fire, so the tongue can set the whole course of a person's life on fire. Bro, you're speaking right now. In essence, James was saying that how we use our tongue reflects on everything we do and affects everything we do. As a fire spread through underbrush and trees of all sizes, igniting everything in its path, so a rumor, a bit of gossip, or a false accusation will spread quickly and out of control. The damage can be devastating. Every tongue that repeats a rumor adds more fuel to what soon may be a raging fire. Bro, didn't I just... This is crazy. They're speaking right now, bro. This was Paul's concern when he urged you to... Okay, I gotta say this word right. Eudia and Synthechi. Yeah. To be one in spirit and purpose. Though their issues may have been minor, relatively speaking, their disagreement could have escalated into a serious conflict in the whole church because of their prominence as leaders. If that had happened, the very thing they had devoted their lives to in helping, Paul, namely, contended at his side for the cause of the gospel, would have been terribly mirrored. Their tension had the potential to even destroy their work. Okay. So that's almost saying like, okay, so if someone's in their work field or they're at work and someone ends up getting into an argument with someone at work, right? And then they end up fighting, they can both lose their job because they're fighting, right? And the managers or the boss doesn't want any type of fighting going on in the work, and they both end up losing their job. So they both end up destructing their work because they decided to fight, or they decided to get into arguments, right? That's literally how this is. We both lost our money because of this one small little ass fight that we could have just resolved if we just both walked our ways and just understood that we just had differences. All because we have differences doesn't mean we need to fight about it. All because you have a problem doesn't mean that it needs to be resolved. Sometimes you have to walk away from situations, or sometimes you just don't engage in situations because you know that there's bigger things at hand here that you don't want to sacrifice because of something as small as this little disagreement. See what I'm saying? This, of course, was and is Satan's goal, okay? The evil one knows that when he can destroy unity in the church, he can destroy the effectiveness of the gospel's message to those who need to hear it most. Okay. This is also an example of me, because like lately I've been seeing a lot of tarot readers get into arguments like with other tarot readers, or there's a lot of tarot readers being called because they feel as though like somebody feel as though they're copying the other person. In reality, y'all just delivering the same message because it's just something that needs to be placed out. Like, your followers are different from the other followers, so you feel as though when you look back at it, you feel as though, oh, this person's copying me, when in reality, majority of the time, that's not even the core issue here. The core issue here is the Most High is trying to send out a message for everyone who's willing to hear it, and that might be the main topic of the week. And I'm pretty sure that y'all both didn't sit on the phone and be like, yeah, we're going to deliver the same message, because y'all the same people that's saying, oh, you copying me. You see what I'm saying? But yet y'all deliver the same fucking message. It's because there needed to be something that was said. There needed to be something that was put out, and y'all ended up putting it out. Unfortunately, it was around the same time, so y'all can go back and look at and figure out like, yo, like, why are you saying the same shit that I'm saying? And you can tell that it's not, it's the same topic, but it's not the same type of way that they're doing it, because it's all played out differently, right? And I'm noticing that because I'm a very big observer. So I look back and I'm telling them like, yo, like, don't take it the way that you're taking it, because like, you're literally, it's almost as if they don't even want to do their job anymore because they feel as though someone is copying them. They don't want to put out any more content because they feel that someone's copying them. And it's just like, you really about to make your watchers suffer because of some dumb shit. Now, I can understand, like, you don't want nobody to copy you, and I totally understand that, because I wouldn't want nobody to copy me either. And I feel as though we need to throw some hands if you want to copy me. But at the same time, it's like, who gives a fuck? To me, it's like, all right, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do, but at the same time, I'm authentic my own way. I do shit my own way, and I show you the way that I do shit. Like, I don't need to rehearse to deliver a message. And that's how I know that I can't copy anybody, if I'm delivering a message without even reading the fucking cards. Like, I read the fucking back of the cards majority of the time, so it's like, how you gonna copy me reading from the back of the card? Like, I'm literally using my integrity. I'm literally using my brain. Like, I'm literally using the energy to deliver a message. And majority of the time, I'm reading out of excerpts of books here. So I'm showing you the fucking books to show you what the fuck I'm doing. So it's like, you can't really copy that. You can deliver the message. You can say the message. You can tell where it's coming from, where it originated as, but you can't really copy what the fuck. And then, I don't know, like, it's just, I really hate drama, to be honest. And it's just like, Don't make other people suffer because of some little ass shit. Like, you making the whole entire message about this when you could have just been piecing out more information, like pulling out more information. And your watchers shouldn't have to suffer for that because of that. I just feel, because everybody's learning something from somewhere. And before you became a tarot reader, you had to learn from something, because you didn't just wake up. You didn't just get born into this world and be like, yo, I'm going to be a tarot reader. Like, you had to watch another tarot reader to know that you wanted to be a tarot reader. The first thing that's in your mind when you're a child is like literally candies, unicorns, and Power Rangers. Like, you're not thinking about no damn tarot. You feel me? So you had to, with all being said, you had to learn from someone to move somewhere else. You had to learn from something to move to a different direction into what you wanted to do and what you are called to do. Like, for me, I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a poet. I do everything under the sun, right? I didn't think of being a tarot reader until like the month of August this year. Until I picked up my first cards and I'm like, damn, like, bro, like, I can do this shit. Like, I didn't even know there was even a tarot land until I picked up a tarot deck. I didn't even know what the fuck a tarot deck was until I picked it up. You feel me? And immediately I knew what the fuck it was. I never even watched tarot until I actually picked up the deck, and I was like, bro, this looks like this looks like this. Like, before I picked up tarot, I was literally just a person who actually went around to people. Like, this is even from the age of 4 years old. Like, I literally would walk around people and read people from their energy. I don't need no fucking cards to deliver a fucking message. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I read energy. I'm energy based. I speak, I talk, I deliver messages from how your energy is. And I've always been like that. Even before I even started like speaking, you feel me? If I felt like you needed to know something, I would point it out to you. I would draw it. Like, that's just who I am. Or I would just deliver the message in a way that you will understand. But as a grown 40-year-old relating to a fucking 6-year-old, like, it's just how it is. I'm very mature in who I am, and I don't need fucking cards to deliver that. That's just, I don't know. So no one can copy me because I do things very authentic. I do things in a way that no one's really going to understand. You see me from a different point of view compared to any other tarot reader. So it's like, there's no copying here. You can't copy somebody who's gifted from a very young age. But anyway, not saying that anyone's copying me, you feel me? Because no one's copying me. You can't copy an original. I'm saying, don't make your watchers, don't make the people that you are teaching fucking suffer because of something that is very low vibrational that is happening. You literally, and that's what I don't really understand about tarot readers who get mad at like people that's trying to copy them. You know everything under the sun about energy. You know that things are low vibrational. You know that stooping down to their level is low vibrational as fuck. You literally have to lower your energy to even fixate, to even address, to even be direct with something that is so low vibrational as that. And you know energy, you study energy, you practice energy, you teach energy. So for you to literally dumb yourself down, for you to literally lower your vibration to even talk about that, when you know that you really don't have that ability, when you know that you literally have to take the day off right after to even raise your vibration back up, to even deliver the message again, that's taking away your energy. And for me, I can speak on something like that because I have very big high vibration that if I lower my energy for even like 5 minutes, like that shit's gonna like transform 10 times bigger because of that. I'm a person who just takes low vibrational energy and eat it so I can gain. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I can do that and deliver the same message and get back to the same shit and even be 10 times stronger because I have that ability. I take harsh things and turn it into stronger things. I flipped the role. I flipped the agenda. I literally cheated fucking death here by allowing myself to transmute that negative energy into positive energy. Because I'm a healer. That's what healers do. We take your negative energy and eat it and bring out positive energy out of that. So I can do that. But for someone who isn't a healer, a earth angel, or someone who can just heal people, it's going to take you a longer time. So if you don't have that ability to tap into lower vibrations, to even master that, to even do that, then there's no reason why you should be speaking on shit like that. Even if they put you in a lower vibration for you to be talking about people that is copying you, there should be still no reason for you to be speaking on that. If you know that that's not affecting you, if you know that you are operating off of a higher vibration, because if you're really operating at a higher vibration, let's be realistic here, then anything lower vibration shouldn't even be of importance to you. Who cares if they're trying to copy you? Who gives a fuck? Who really cares? So what? They love you so much that they have to copy you. That's literally every step in life. You're gonna have enemies who's gonna copy you anyway, because you're operating at a high vibration and they don't know high vibration, so they have to copy it. And you know that because you're a tarot reader. Come on. Stop letting negative people try to energy harvest you just to get a reaction out of you. And you know that too. So what are you doing? Why do I have to sit here and try to get y'all back up to understanding who the fuck y'all are? Do y'all forget every single time? I keep, like, this is like my 4th, 5th tarot reader that I'm telling y'all, like, yo, like, what you doing? Like, you know you bigger than this. You know you stronger than this. Why you have to literally dumb yourself down to figure that out? Like, who gives a fuck if someone's trying to copy you? Every step in your life, you're going to get a hater. Every step in your life, you're going to get someone who's going to try to deter you from who you are, because you're operating at a high vibration. Understand the energy aspect of this. And that is literally making them win. That is their whole goal, is to tear you off your throne. And you literally allowing them to do that shit. If you was really operating at a high vibration, you would know that you wouldn't let anybody try to tear you off your throne, because this is the throne that you have. This throne says your name on it. This throne, you literally worked hours and days. You studied this shit to even get to this fucking throne, and you literally about to get off your throne just to come mess with somebody who's low fucking vibrational. Who cares if they're another tarot reader? They're not as strong and high vibrational as you. So what the fuck are you getting off your throne to go mess with someone who's low vibrational? You're supposed to be a high priestess, an empress, and you literally got off your throne just to go mess with a fucking wand? Come on now. A mess with a sword? You high vibrational as fuck. You are an empress, high priestess, and you literally got off the throne to go mess with a sword who's thinking. And even if they're a wand, all because they want to take actions towards you, they can't even make it in the fucking door. That's why they're outside standing. But yet, you have to get off your throne for that. I just like, as an empress, as a high priestess, I don't have to get off no damn throne for nothing. You ain't gonna tell me to get off my throne for nothing. You gonna have to die for this damn throne, and you still not even gonna make it, dumbass. But that's what I'm saying, though. Don't stoop yourself down to low vibrational things because it's bothering you for that day. Fuck all that shit. And I was going to make a video about that too. People who want to copy me, people who want to watch me. But then I realized, and I look back at that video, 5 minutes in, I'm like, bro, I made a whole entire hour-long video talking about this shit. I was 5 minutes in, and I'm like, bro, I'm deleting this shit. This is low vibrational as fuck. And I realized that. But you see, they want that to happen. They want you to get mad. They want you to get frustrated because that's all low vibrational. That's all Luciferian work. Come on. Sometimes you got to sit back and you got to realize what the fuck is happening here. Sometimes you got to sit back and realize whose game are they really playing? All because they have a different title, all because they have a similar title to you, doesn't mean shit, bro. It doesn't mean shit. But let's continue. All I'm saying is don't ever in your life ever again fix your mindset to go stoop down to something that's low vibrational to go handle that real quick. Fuck the handling. They just take your energy. The energy that they don't even have the luxury of getting to because they're low vibrational. Come on. Tell them to go eat your ass and leave you the fuck alone. Just they so worried. Anyway, a fascinating correlation. Because this is a long ass reading. Let me hurry up and get this done because it's a long ass reading. Anyway, at this point, note what Paul wrote in his first letter to Timothy and in his subsequent letter to Titus. When he outlined the qualifications for the appointment of elders and overseers, Paul stated clearly that these men were to be above reproach and blameless. In both letters, Paul then followed these overarching qualities with a very specific requirement. A spiritual leader must be the husband of both one wife. A spiritual leader must be the husband of both one wife. Or more specifically, a man of one woman. In essence, Paul was saying that the way to determine the quality of a man's reputation is to look first at his moral life. This sequence is definitely not accidental. I'm sorry, like with my reading. It's because like I get so fucking nervous. And I can barely see it in this shit. But I don't want to turn on the lights because it's like 7:18. Anyway, if a man is not loyal to one woman, his wife, he certainly cannot be trusted to lead a church. Men who commit adultery and who are unrepentant will also lie and be deceptive in other matters. Frankly, we have never seen any exception to this reality in all our years of ministry together. But note another observation as it relates to Paul's statements about women who are in leadership roles. In the same section of Paul's letter to Timothy, Paul outlined the character qualities for women who served in the church as deacons. They were to be women worthy of respect. Then in the same verse, Paul followed this overarching quality with the requirement that these women not be malicious talkers, gossipers for that matter. Note that same basic pattern in his letter to Titus. Older women who are qualified to train younger women are to be reverent in the way they live. Okay, so it keeps pointing me to Timothy 3:11. Yep, Timothy. It's from 3:2 through 3:11. Let me see. Sorry, excuse me. Cause y'all know I'm not scared to pull out no Bible here. Not scared to pull out no Bible. Timothy 3-11. Okay. Six. It says, this is a faithful saying. If a man desires the position of a bishop, he desires a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, temperate, sober-minded, of good behavior, hospitable, able to teach, not given to wine, not violent, not greedy for money, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not covetous, one who rules his own house well, having his children in submission with all reverence. I don't like that, submission. For if a man does not know how to rule his own house, how would he take care of the church of God? Not a novice, lest being pulled up with pride, he fall into the same condemnation as the devil. Okay, I'm just gonna stop here. Okay, here we go. Moreover, he must have a good testimony among those who are outside, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. Likewise, deacons must be reverent, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy for money, holding the mystery of the faith with a pure conscience. But let these also first be tested, then let them serve as deacons, being found blameless. Likewise, their wives must be reverent, not slanderous, temperate, faithful in all things. Okay? Let me just outline that here. Okay. Let me not put this on top of the demonology deck. I'm sorry. Sorry, Most High. Because my throat dry as fuck. Hold on. In the same verse, Paul followed this overarching quality with the injunction that they are not to be slanderers. So a comparison of qualifications for male elders and female elders. Male elders. In 1 Timothy, it says above reproach, or 3:2, and then the husband of but one wife, 3:2. In Titus, it says blameless, 1:6, or the husband but one wife, 1:6. And then for female leaders, it says in 1 Timothy, deacons, worthy of respect, 3:11, or not malicious talkers, 3:11. In Titus, older women, it says reverent in the way they live, 2:3, or not to be slanderers, 2:3. So when Paul was saying about the difference between men and women and how these variations can affect our reputation, clearly a man's major temptation and weakness is sexual, to be immortal, right? Stated positively, moral purity, does more to build a man's reputation than do all the qualities that follows on Paul's list. On the other hand, a woman's major temptation and weakness is verbal, to communicate in ways that are destructive. Stated positively, a woman who controls her tongue and is a peacemaker does more to build her reputation than having all the other qualities. That is so true. Paul listed this, of course, does not mean that both men and women are not temperate in both areas. What it does mean, however, is that based on gender, these are areas of vulnerability and weakness that can also become areas of strength and thus build men and women's reputations, okay? A change to all believers. When Paul appealed to Christ's example earlier in his letter to the Philippines, okay, he was setting the stage for his specific exhortation to Judea and Synthesia. Jesus Christ, who was equal with God, became human and demonstrated the greatest act of humility known in the universe, death on a cross. He who was God in human flesh stooped and washed the feet of his disciples, men who had been arguing among themselves who was to be the greatest in God's kingdom. Okay, so Paul wrote that if we are to follow Christ's example, we should do nothing of the selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than. We should look not only to our women interests, but also to the interests of others. To become this kind of Christian, all of us as believers must be careful in what we say. James said it best. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to be angry. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Because if you act harshly, if you act impulsively, then you could literally skip over something that you're supposed to learn, or you can easily step into something that you're gonna regret later. This is why, as a very young person, I took the steps to always observe things before I act on it, because I'm a type of person who is a perfectionist. I don't like making the same mistakes 3, 4, 5 different times. I like to just make the mistake one time and call it a day. And majority of the time, I would rather me not make a mistake at all. But here's the reason. The reason being is because I'm tired of repeating patterns. I really hate repeating patterns, and I really hate trying to learn things 2, 3, 4 times. I just want to learn things one time, get it over with, because I have so much going on in my mind. My mind is literally like a factory. Like, I just think about 20 different thousand fucking things a second. So it's like I can't literally stop what's going on in my mind to get into the physical form, to just like slow things down and figure out what's really the issue, the core here, because my mind just goes and goes and goes. It doesn't stop. Even when I'm sleeping, my shit doesn't stop, and I wish it would stop, but that's gonna take away who I am as a person. I think so many things all at once, and I'm very multitasking. Like, I do things all the fucking time. I'm moving constantly. I can't sit still. It's really hard for me to sit still on anything. So that's why I just like hurry up and get the shit done. That's why I hurry up and sit back and always observe, because if I act just off of impulse, I'm gonna come off in a way that's gonna make me regret it, and now I have to go back. And we already just talked about me going back to doing things. I don't like doing that shit. I just want to get it done the first time and call it a day, so I can keep moving forward into my mindset, because fuck, now I got to stop what I'm thinking about just to go figure out something that's happening before. I'm going to lose my train of thought. I was already on the railroad to going on to the next subject. Now I got to go back? Hell nah. We ain't doing that. Moving forward. A final word. When Paul stated that women who are in training roles should not be slanderers, he was, of course, dealing fast and foremost with malicious gossip. This is also what James described in his letter. Gossip is deliberately hurtful. It is based on envy and rooted in flagrant selfishness. It is designed to break up relationships and destroy friendships. That is so true. And a lot of people are broken up, and a lot of people start friendships over false accusations, like we said at the beginning of the excerpt, right? For most of us, however, there is far more subtle danger of gossip, the tendencies to rationalize our gossip. It is so dangerous because it is based on self-deception. We deceive ourselves into believing that we are sharing information for the good of other persons. We may disguise it by calling it a prayer interest or a personal concern. Nevertheless, this kind of communication can become very destructive. Another common type of gossip may be classified as enavorant. In fact, this kind of communication may actually be motivated by our desire to be helpful. But in reality, we may also be trying to prove to others how helpful we really are. For example, we know women who love to share prayer requests about others, but it's obvious to most people that these women are experiencing emotional gratification from talking about others in that way. And I totally understand that, and I totally get that. And that's why I don't really like to dip and dabble into gossip, because it's like you literally trying to teach someone by talking bad about someone. And I totally understand that. And in this video, I kind of did the same type of shit. But with that being said, I have to literally take myself out of this perspective and start to not do that. I have to start retraining my mindset to not do that, because I don't really do that. But I had to make an example, and I should have made it in a very different way. But this is me taking my step out of this situation and realizing my wrong into this as well. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's move forward. In these situations, there is a very fine line between pure motives and impure motives. The scriptures made it clear that whatever we say should be to build others up, not to hurt them. It's better to be safe than sorry. The last paragraph, guys, thinking and growing together. And I'm going to make part 2, which is dealing into the demonology deck, in part 2. So I'm going to make another video. So this is going to be part 1. The next video is going to be part 2. And then next Sunday, we're going to talk about part 2 of this chapter, right? Okay, so let's move forward. Thinking and growing together. Why? Because I'm reading way too much, and I don't want this video to be long, because people don't really like watching too long videos, but people like watching a long video, but not too long. Okay? And I don't want it to be an hour. Thinking and growing together. And it's going to come out, this video, the next part is going to literally come right after this video. So you're literally just watching the next video. Finally, you can take a break, do whatever you want, and then go to the next video. Okay? Anyway, the following questions are designed for a group discussion after reading and studying the content of this chapter. Yeah, let me know what you guys are like thinking about, what you guys get from this video. Okay? Share a personal experience. So this is what you guys are going to be doing in the comments. This is guys what y'all going to be what we're going to be discussing in the comments. I really want to know what is going on, like what you guys feel and what you guys got from this video. So this is what we're going to be literally talking about in the comments. So like comment down below what you feel about this video. Okay, so share a personal experience in which you've seen innocent comments mushroom into malicious gossip. What happened? How can we avoid hurting others even with prayer requests? Or how can we avoid hurting others in general? What steps can you take to improve from hurting others? Okay, why is this requirement that older women who are training younger women not be slanderers so important? And I actually made a video about that, which was the video of man versus woman. I'm going to keep reverting back to that video because it does speak on topics like this. What is the reason on why older women train younger women, or what is the reason why older men like train younger men when they're not trained themselves? Okay. How does Paul's requirement in his letter to Titus relate to husband and wife relationships, to family relationships? And the last one is about what can the gossip pray for you personally? What can the gossip train for you personally? What can the gossip tell you about personally? Okay, so that is the last message for you guys. I'm going to, in this reading here, I want to definitely see what's going on with you guys in the comments below. How do you guys reflect on this? What did you guys take from this video? I'm very curious to know. I want to be more communicative in the comments down below, because I do want to know what you guys feel about this, what you guys say and everything like that. All right, so moving forward, I hope you guys enjoy your day, your week, and month. Happy Sunday. Don't forget to smile. Don't let negative energies affect your positivity. Don't let anyone deter you from who you are and trying to step you off your life purpose, because that's literally what they're doing. That's the whole motive here. And leaving you guys on a good note, let's see, what is the closing message for the readers? What should you tell them? What is the closing messages for the readers? It says, the stars twinkle as if they were clear eyes. So whatever you've been manifesting is going to be very clear. Whatever you've been wanting is going to be very clear to you, okay? I'm moving it back so you guys can kind of like see what the image is. Yeah, but whatever you've been manifesting is going to be very clear to you. It's coming very clear. It's coming very close, and it's going to transmute into the physical form. So your manifestations are being brought to the forefront, okay? Within the next couple of weeks, expect a miracle. Expect a manifestation to come true, okay? So that is the end of your reading. I hope you guys enjoy your day, your week, your month. Don't forget to smile. Love you. Bye.